Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, in the corner to my left, from Brokeback Mountain, weighing in at 280 pounds, he is Sexy Sonny Samson! And his opponent, from Hollywood, California, the human dancing machine, weighing in at 150 pounds, he is Trouser!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of IZW Impulse on the World Wide Web. Joined at this time, as always, by JT O'Sullivan, my Irish friend. How are you doing today, JT?
Howdy, how you doing today?
Doing great as we got opening match action here tonight with Sexy Sonny Samson, the man straight out of the Brokeback Mountains of Hollywood, California, going one-on-one with tough Tony Trouser, the born entertainer. He's got your favorite pair of pants on again, JT. What do you think of this contest as we kick off this edition of IZW Impulse?
We got two weirdos in the ring right now, I can tell you that right now. One with a mustache on their butt and the other one with hands on their butts. I mean, come on, you can't get any weirder than that.
It's all about entertainment, JT O'Sullivan. You know that coming from Memphis. We've got a second referee in the crowd. That's always good. You don't want those fans to get out of hand. And in case Pops Bauer gets out, we can have our referee from the crowd jump in the ring and count to 3.
That is true.
Of course, Pops Bauer is your referee for this match. Pops is a staple of Impact Zone Wrestling. Has been involved as long as anyone can remember. And of course, he's going to call it down the middle. Big boot to the face there by Tony Trouser. Sonny still has his hat and his tank top on, JT.
Yeah, this match really getting started hot and heavy right here. And a tornado DDT.
Big tornado DDT by Trouser. He could have him early. Trouser's got to hook that leg. Oh, only gets a 2 count on Sexy Sonny Samson. Another huge show for the Impact Zone Wrestling fans this week, as we have a special camera woman there filming some of the action. Calm down, JT.
Baby.
Down, boy. Down, JT. You're JT O'Sullivan, not Jerry the King Lawler. As we got two guys fighting out in the crowd right now. Our outside of the ring referee may want to get involved here, JT.
He should get involved right there. He should actually be down there right now telling the wrestlers to get back into the ring.
Right, I'm talking about our out of the ring. Oh, huge belly-to-back suplex on that ring apron. Nearly breaking Tony Trouser. Now I'm talking about our referee in the crowd.
Oh, who cares about him? We've got to. He's in the crowd.
Can't miss him, JT. Of course, this match, just the opening match here tonight. We've got a big match that's been brewing for several weeks now, as Fearless Jack Bull goes one-on-one with Tommy Drake. If you fans saw the interview that I conducted with Fearless Jack Bull, you'll see just what's at stake in this match and how dangerous it's going to be for both competitors. We've got our main event of the evening, which you saw last week. It's going to be Jay Garland, the feature presentation, teaming up with the Hawaiian Lion John Williams in tag team action, going against JT O'Sullivan's favorite tag team, the 602 Wrecking Crew of Jacob the Riot Herzberg and the Irish Hand Grenade, Marty Murphy. JT, what do you think of that huge main event? 602 Wrecking Crew all the way. Those are my boys, man. Those guys broke up the #1 contender match on last week's episode between the Hawaiian Lion and Jay Garland, and we'll see them try to get their revenge against the 602 Wrecking Crew. And then, of course, right before our main event tonight, we've got a very special surprise for the fans here at the sets, but we're going to reveal it for everybody online. American Gladiator Wolf will be in attendance on tonight's show, and we'll talk to the fans as a part of tonight's episode of IZW Impact. A lot of people don't, IZW Impulse, excuse me, JT. A lot of people don't know that Wolf got his start here in IZW, as well as other promotions in California, before ascending to the ranks of American Gladiators. We got Sexy doing a little dance here in the middle of the ring, finally dropping the elbow, hard elbow to the chest of Tony Trouser.
Remember that song, Let's Get Physical, by that one girl in Greece?
Of course.
This is his song right here.
Yep.
I can just see him listening to that song while he's doing all this stuff.
I don't want to think what Sonny Samson is listening to when he's not in the ring. I'm just going to join him as a professional wrestler and nothing else, JT. Let's look at the body on Tony Trouser right now. Not for his physical attributes, but look at just the welts on his back and on his chest. He is taking a severe beating at the hands of Sexy Sonny Samson in this match.
He looks like one of those kids in like South Africa that is starving. those kids out of Somalia or whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only J.T. O'Sullivan making the comparisons that only he can make as we've got Tony Trouser being choked out here. Looks like Sonny's going to hit the ropes. And Tony's got him in his view. Up, he moves out of the way.
Right in the
Not
guard.
a comfortable position there for sexy Sonny Samson, although some might argue he doesn't mind. His water bottle still in the center of the ring there. Hopefully he's not going to think the water bottle is a foreign object. He can knock out Tony Trouser with it.
He's holding those nards. Those hurt pretty bad.
Gotta protect the jewels, JT. Of course, he's got a second set of hands on the back of his trunks. Over the top rope now goes sexy Sonny Samson. Of course, we're remiss to mention the fact that little Nate, suspended from competition in IZW, is in the crowd taunting sexy Sonny Samson. Because of his suspension, we're a little reluctant to bring it up here, but he is in the crowd. He does have an issue brewing right now with Sonny Samson, so we got to recognize it. Of course, taunting him, even having a fan sit on his lap. JT, and of course, he's applauding the efforts now of Tony Trouser. And they just jumped out of the ring. Tony, first one to get up after knocking down Sonny Samson. They got to get back in the ring, JT, as you know, if they want to win this match.
Well, yeah. I mean, you gotta, a win is you got to do it right in the middle of the ring. But, you know, I cheat. I do everything. I'll take a win any day of the week.
Of course, Pops Ballard was applying the account. Sonny got in first. Thanks to Tony. Tony now going for the cover. Very close there. Does not get him. Took him a little while to get him back in the ring.
Grandma could have counted faster than him.
He might be as old as your grandmother, JT. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't know how old your grandmother is, but Pops Ballard, a staple of Impact Zone Wrestling competition. JT calling it down the middle, controlling the action. As Tony Trouser going after now, big boot. Looks like Sonny setting him up, side Russian leg sweep.
He should be going for the cover right here if he's any kind of veteran.
He's calling for something, though. Doing his dance again, shaking it up for the crowds here in the Impact Zone at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. Still shaking it up there, JT.
I just lost my lunch.
There he goes, got him set up. Big Uranagi suplex. This could be the end for tough Tony Trouser. It is over. Sexy Sonny Samson, your winner on this week's edition of IZW Impulse.
Put a cork in it.
He is definitely done. Sonny a little winded after that match. Tony gave him a tough fight. Sonny now got the hat back on. Very happy to be here in IZW. Getting a big victory now.
Enter a mile. Doesn't matter. Tony Trouser was defeated.
Tony Trouser was defeated. We're going to throw it to a replay so we can take a look at exactly how Sonny was able to finish the match off. Of course, we have to get another shot of that dance. Plants him down in the center of the ring with the big Uranagi suplex, and that was all she wrote for sexy Sonny Samson. We'll see what happens with him and little Nate in the future here in IZW. Although back in the ring now, Sonny looks like he's taunting little Nate a little bit, JT. You know, little Nate not allowed to get involved here in IZW. So little Nate needs to keep his composure, showing off those abs. Tony, he just spit on him, JT. Hey, just spit on the. Wait, little Nate needs to sit down. Little Nate cannot risk his career here. He's suspended from competition. Does not want to get involved. Now, little Nate, he is not a happy man, JT.
Not a happy camper at all.
Spitting back at Sonny Samson. Sonny, though, leaving the ringside area, really did little Nate a favor, keeping him out of trouble with the board of directors, and now showing some love for Tony Trouser. Again, your winner, sexy Sonny Samson, trying to move the ranks and get a title shot at the Unified Champion, Triple X Lawrence Tyler. JT, we're going to throw it to the newest member of our broadcast team, Ed the K. Motley, in a special interview with the limited edition Tommy Drake.
We are here with the limited edition Tommy Drake. Big match for you prepared tonight against one fearless Jack Bull. You two have had your problems, but what preparations have you done for tonight's encounter?
Well, make no mistake, Tommy Drake doesn't make preparations. I've been doing this long enough. I've been wrestling since I was 4 years old, and I'm tired of this thing being made a mockery of. Every time I show up, you got pirates, douchebags with mustaches, and you got a guy running around trying to look like Super Dave Osborne, and I'm sick of it. It's a new beginning to an old story, and a foreshadowing reads something like this. Tommy Drake has gone back to the ways of old, back when wrestling was hard-hitting and ass-kicking, and Jack Bull, you can run around with your glitz and glamour and your little Barnum and Bailey sideshow, because you're not fooling anybody. And mark my words, when it's all said and done, and after I beat you, north, south, east, west, and the next night, when they're dry cleaning your hair, you're gonna think back and remember, I'm the guy your mama warned you about. Get out of my way.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first in the corner to my right, from Des Moines, Iowa, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the man, the myth, the length, and the width. He is the limited edition, Tommy Drake. And his opponent from Butte, Montana, weighing in at 275 pounds, he is Fearless Jack Bull!
All right, we've got our second big match of the week. Fearless Jack Bull going one-on-one with the limited edition Tommy Drake. Conspicuous by his absence right now is one JT O'Sullivan. I think he might still be at the bar, ladies and gentlemen. I know he took a minute to step out during Ed the K. Motley's interview with Tommy Drake. Of course, we want to thank Ed the K. Motley for stepping in and doing that interview. Good job, kid. Keep up the hard work. You're a welcome addition to IZW Impulse. Looks like JT's back in the broadcast booth now. JT, you got to get back in time. I know the bar is a great place here at the sets, but you got to get back to the booth. What do you think of this big match, one-on-one? Of course, you've seen the history that's developed between these two men as they battle around the ring, almost knocking over our referee, Justin Freemeyer. Who do you like in this one? This is a hard match to call. These two guys are going to give it their all. What do you think, JT? What do you think?
I like Tommy Drake, actually. He's ruthless, he's mean, and he'll do whatever it takes to win a match. You know what? I think this is going to be a good match. I think it's going to be nothing but a street fight.
Nothing but a street fight. Of course, Fearless Jack Bull doing a little dance there to taunt the limited edition Tommy Drake. Both these men, veterans of the ring wars, big-time veterans in Impact Zone Wrestling. And here, really got a big issue to settle, of course. This goes back to the January 5th show. Fearless Jack Bull tried to pull off one of his biggest stunts ever, hula hooping with a flaming hula hoop and a young lady on his shoulders. Of course, Tommy Drake did not let that happen. At the request of IZW Board of Directors member Strangler Steve King, Tommy Drake stuck his nose in Fearless Jack Bull's business, and this thing has been brewing ever since. And now it's time to settle the issue between these two men and get this thing over with so they can go on and focus on athletic competition here in IZW and not their hatred for each other. Of course, the ultimate goal is that shot, that one opportunity, that golden opportunity that may come along for a chance to be the Arizona Unified Heavyweight Champion. And the only way to do that is to go through the champ, Triple X, Lawrence Tyler.
It's a big mountain to climb, I'll tell you that right now.
It is a big mountain to climb. Of course, Triple X Lawrence Tyler has held the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Championship since August of 2006, and he is a four-time IZW World Heavyweight Championship, unifying the titles back in January, and we'll see who gets the first shot at the champ in the coming weeks on IZW Impulse there. Tommy Drake losing the test of strength to Fearless Jack Bull. As Justin Freemeyer applies the count, Jack Bull has till 5, JT, as you well know, and he does break before that count of 5 is reached. Don't want to risk a disqualification in a match like this, because even though these two guys are trying to settle an issue, there is a title shot that could potentially be at stake in the future for one of these two guys.
Well, of course, and if a loss for one of these two guys could really break their momentum in the quest for their gold right there.
Of course, Tommy Drake in his trademark black singlet, Fearless Jack Bull in his trademark Super Dave Osborne outfit.
Oh yeah, very colorful, very what do you say, patriotic.
Yep, very patriotic and colorful. Well, don't let that fool you. Fearless Jack Bull will punch you square in the mouth if you get in his way, which is exactly what he plans to do with Tommy Drake here. A little bit of stalling, a little bit of showmanship between these two guys now. Tommy Drake backing off a little bit. Jack Bull jaw-jacking with the audience. Of course, we do have our special enforcer sitting out there in the crowd just in case anything goes wrong with referee Justin Freemeyer. He has been known to slip up a little bit, JT, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen during a match of this magnitude.
Oh, really?
Indeed. Of course, looks like we're getting a little bit of an amateur-style start now, as we've got limited edition Tommy Drake going to the down position. Fearless Jack Bull going to go ahead and take the top position. Of course, the whistle does not blow until your finger hits the belly button of your opponent in amateur wrestling now. You've got to have that hand either on the elbow or both hands square on your opponent's back. Let's see exactly how Fearless Jack will use the amateur style. Of course, choosing not to go in there and do that. Limited edition Tommy Drake kind of opening himself up there as you saw him stomp on his fingers. Thought Jack Bull might have even thrown him a little Oklahoma roll. I believe to get the 3 count.
I believe Tommy Drake opted to let him do the triangle position.
Yep, he did try to go for the triangle position. Now stepping on his foot. looks like going for a big haymaker. Tommy Drake now retreating to the outside, JT. Trying to find some protection in the fans here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona.
I believe the referee's going to lose control in this match because it's two big egos right here in the ring, and I think it's just going to be all hell's going to break loose. That's all I could say.
Yeah, Tommy Drake actually tried to call a timeout there. Of course, you know as well as anybody else, being a trained official back in Memphis, there are no timeouts in the world of wrestling, although Tommy Drake is basically taking a timeout here due to his antics with the crowd, but it looks like that's over thanks to one fearless Jack Bull.
This isn't football or basketball, it's professional wrestling. And they go. There's no off seasons, there's no nothing. There's no timeouts.
That's right. This is nonstop action from bell to bell. Huge open-handed chop under the chin on fearless Jack Bull by limited edition Tommy Drake. Head first into the top turnbuckle.
Unforgiven steel behind that turnbuckle.
Right, a lot of people see that and think it's padded, but you're right. That steel does not give. There's now a huge clothesline in the corner. Jack Bull down on the mat. Tommy Drake getting on with the fans. He needs to cover the man or hit him with another move and try to win this match. Prove that he's the better man, which is really why these two guys have an issue with each other, is they want to prove who is the better man and who's going to move on up the ranks in IZW.
Tommy Drake's kind of toying with Jack Bull here, kind of just taking pieces at him right now and just kind of taunting him. And actually, psychology is really taking into play right here.
Yeah, raking his eyes across the ropes, really just trying to show Jack Bull he'll do whatever the hell he wants to during this match before he decides to finish the man off.
I think he's taking him a little lightly here.
Irish whip to the corner. This is the big clothesline. Jack Bull, double clothesline, both men down in the center of the ring. I don't know if either of these guys is taking their opponent lightly, JT. I think they're trying to prove a point, just to show how much better they are than their opponent. As Justin Fremar applies the count, we'll see which man can get up first and try to take advantage of his opponent being down on the mat.
Sometimes that can happen, though.
It can. You're exactly right. Sometimes the ego is going to get the better of you, and you might take your opponent lightly. That would be a tremendous mistake if you're in the ring with either of these guys. And of course, they're in there with each other, so it's not going to be that big double axe handle to the back of fearless Jack Bull by Tommy Drake. Continue to work over right in between those shoulder blades. Jack being a powerful man. Oh, the big finger to the face. He blocks the hand. Big southpaw there, Jack Bull. Several left hands. And bam! Right to the chin. Tommy Drake getting up. Clothesline. So I think he's out on his feet, JT.
Scoop! And a slam.
Big body slam in the center of the ring. Jack Bull feeling the emotion right now. The crowd definitely getting behind Jack Bull.
I think they like what they see right here.
Yeah, big favorite amongst it. What is this? Sexy Sonny Samson attacking fearless Jack Bull right in the middle of our match, JT. Things were just starting to get heated. And now we've got Jack Bull and just being beat down by Tommy Drake and Sonny Samson. I don't even know what to talk about this. This is so surprising. JT.
What's this? Oh, Little Nate, he's not even supposed to be here.
Little Nate's risking it all. He's jumping in the ring here.
He's suspended here. Come on, what's he doing here?
And now I don't think Tommy Drake even knows he's behind him. Diving off the top rope. He almost fell, JT.
What the hell is he doing here?
And now diving on the limited edition Tommy Drake. Of course, fans of IZW Impulse may remember in our first episode, Shakin' Drake, as they were called by the fans, Sexy Sonny Samson and Tommy Drake did team up, and hell, Little Nate just going to town on Sexy Sonny Samson. Looks like he's lost his hat, and he's about to lose his tank top, JT. And now we've got fearless Jack Bull throwing Tommy Drake into that guardrail, just knocked it over into our crowd.
Someone needs to get him out of here. He does not belong in that ring.
To get control of this situation. As you see on the replay now, Sonny Samson attacking fearless Jack Bull as he and Tommy Drake get their beat down on of Jack Bull. I don't know if that was premeditated or what was going on there.
And what's this?
And of course, Little Nate getting in the ring one more time while he's under suspension. And we see the big dive off, takes out both men, knocking Sonny Samson into Tommy Drake. Little Nate's going to have a long conversation with the IZW Board of Directions after what he's done here tonight, JT O'Sullivan.
Hey, you do the crime, you do the time. He should.
That's true, and now we're going to throw it over as these two men celebrate in the ring. We've got a very special interview with the one and only Wolf from NBC's American Gladiators.
This is for Impulse, this is for IZW, this is for Arizona. It's good to be back right here in Impact Zone Ring. This, right here, this is the blood, the sweat, and the tears. This is where it all began. I've been fighting bulls for 23 years, then I met Navajo Warrior. when we started in this IZW ring, he taught me how to work a mic, he taught me how to work a ring, and he taught me how to work with the crowd. Yeah. And it has paid off in a big, big way for me. A lot of guys have gotten their start right here in the IZW ring. So you people watching out there on Impulse, you people here, you've seen a lot of great champions come out of this ring, move on to the WWE, move on to TNA, and move on to the American Gladiators. I've been lucky. I've had a lot of dreams in my life, and I've lived all of them. And I'm still dreaming, and I'm going to continue to keep going, because that's another thing you learn in this ring. If you keep practicing, you keep driving, and you eventually get to where you want to go. I want to thank you all for being fans of IZW, supporting this crew. A lot of guys are still coming up from here. They're going to go a long way, just like I did, just like a lot of other guys did. American Gladiators is on every Monday night, 7 o'clock. I hope y'all continue to keep watching. We just got picked up for a second season, so we're going to go back in. We're going to have a good time. For those of you who have dreams and aspirations of maybe being on the Gladiators as a gladiator or a contender, they are having tryouts in Scottsdale, Arizona, February 9th. At Mountainside Fitness from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I hope to see a bunch of people out there. I hope to see a bunch of you out there. Keep continuing to support the IZW crew. Watch American Gladiators. And where's my wolf pack at? Oh. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time. Wolf! Now listen, Wolf, before we go to intermission, I'm not going to forget about you to get out of the ring,
We just want to take this moment, JT O'Sullivan, and thank Wolf of American Gladiators for joining us here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona for this edition of IZW Impulse. It is time for your main event of the evening. Introducing first, to my right, the team of Jacob, the Riot Herzberg, and the Irish Hand Grenade, Marty Murphy, the 602 Wrecking Crew, and their opponents, the team of the feature presentation, Jay Garland, and the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams.
It's main event time on the Impulse here. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a hot tag team match. On one side, you got former IZW World Heavyweight Champion John Hawaiian Lion Williams, and the feature presentation Jay Garland against my team, the 602 Wrecking Crew, Jacob the Riot Herzberg, and the Irish Hand Grenade, Marty Murphy. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe my broadcast colleague has came back to the booth.
JT O'Sullivan, sorry to be missed by my absence. I got a rare opportunity to do the introductions this week on IZW Impulse. Of course, a lot of people know I got my start as a ring announcer in professional wrestling before moving to the broadcast booth, and I always do enjoy the chance to interact with the crowd here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. We've got a huge tag team match, as I'm sure you were telling everybody. We got Jacob the Riot Herzberg locking up with the feature presentation, Jay Garland. Your favorite tag team, the 602 Wrecking Crew, going up against two of the top contenders for the IZW World Heavyweight Championship and the NWA Arizona Heavyweight Championship in the feature presentation, Jay Garland, and the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Of course, this match the result of last week's one-on-one contest between Garland and Williams as they were fighting for the right to be the #1 contender. Triple X Lawrence Tyler sat in the crowd, distracted both men until the 602 Wrecking Crew interjected themselves, causing the match to be thrown out. Therefore, we have not crowned a new #1 contender. We'll have to address that situation in the future. But this match resulted out of a challenge from that match, and we've now got the former IZW Tag Team Champions in the 602 Wrecking Crew facing the strange alliance here this week, as they were opponents last week, and now they're a tag team in Jay Garland and John Williams. JT O'Sullivan, I know who you're going to pick in this one. You always pick them. You watch them train. You talk to them outside of the ring. They're really guys that you've grown to know and shared some of your Memphis experience with, and that would be the 602 Wrecking Crew.
My buddies, my pals. These two are going to tear up these two right here. I can see it right now. They're going to be down on the mat. Fine for
Well, you definitely got to give the experience advantage to the 602 Wrecking Crew, not necessarily in years, but time together as a tag team, as well as the cohesive unit advantage to the 602 Wrecking Crew. Of course, there are the intangibles across the other side of the ring when you've got a 3-time World Heavyweight Champion, a man who's been well-traveled all over the world, honing his skills in Japan, where he's held championships over there, competed in the Tag League tournament, and really become a fixture of wrestling in Japan. And then, of course, the man, the breakout star of 2007 in the feature presentation, Jay Garland.
I guess the previews are over right now.
That's right, the previews are over. It is time for our main event. Whips him across the rope now. Looks like Marty was going to go for a shoulder block with Jay. Used the drop toe hold to take him down. Plants that face in the mat, and now going right back to the headlock. Of course, the fans often like to say that they pay to see Jay here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona, as Brett, our cameraman, gets you right into the center of the action, zooming in on all of the action here tonight on IZW Impulse JT.
Yes. Come on, Marty. Show them what you're made of. Come on.
That's right. Marty Murphy, one of the strongest men here on the roster in IZW. Not going to be taken down. Of course, misses with the clothesline. Big drop kick by Jay Garland. Jay firing up, and he tags in the Hawaiian Lion. Of course, one time known as the Hawaiian Submission Machine, a suplex specialist. He's going to take you out at all costs when you're in the ring with the Hawaiian Lion here in IZW.
Jacob looks really angry right here. Should be rightfully so. He should be angry.
Jacob the Riot Herzberg, the more vocal of the two members of the 602 Wrecking Crew, equally as tough. You don't want to meet either of these men in a dark alley, JT, nor do you want to have to step in the ring with either of these two guys. At least I know I would never want to step in the ring with either of them.
Much anger I see in him.
Big poke to the eyes there by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, and now he tags in Jacob the Riot Herzberg, applauding the efforts of the Hawaiian Lion. Of course, I would think Jacob would appreciate that with some of the antics he's used in the past here on IZW Impulse.
These two are no strangers to each other. They've wrestled each other on 2 separate occasions when John Hawaiian Lion Williams was IZW.
Blocking the eye poke there is Jacob the Riot Herzberg now. Catch the eye poke from the feature presentation, Jay Garland. Roll up now, only a 2 count for the Hawaiian Lion, Jay Williams. You are right, they have wrestled each other on 2 occasions, including being the main event of the 2nd ever edition of IZW Impulse, where we nearly saw Jacob the Riot Herzberg become the IZW World Heavyweight Champion.
He had John Hawaiian Lion. He had him.
He did have him on the ropes. Lion did pick up the victory by tap out, but he could gain a measure of revenge here tonight if the 602 Wrecking Crew is able to be victorious over the Hawaiian Lion and his partner, Jay Garland. Big snap suplex there by the Hawaiian Lion. Very familiar to the fans here at the sets in Tempe, Arizona, as Lion can suplex you from any part of the ring to any part of the ring. Now it looks like he's locking in. Modified, reversing that boxing crab.
Jacob looks like a human pretzel right
He
here.
does. Picking him up now in the giant swing. He's got him up, Jacob. This cannot be comfortable position for Jacob the Riot Herzberg.
Oh, surfboard. He's catching some waves right now.
He is catching some waves. You can just hear the agony in Jacob the Riot Herzberg.
Surf's up.
Marty Murphy finally saving his partner, gets in the ring, kicking Hawaiian Lion right in that shoulder, causing him to break the hold now. Let's see what John Williams can follow up with and take advantage of Jacob the Riot Herzberg after locking him in that surfboard.
Jacob's smart right there, realizing where he is in the ring.
Big backdrop suplex by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Jacob the Riot Herzberg not in good shape here, JT, as we get a 2 count.
Good.
Marty Murphy going to save his partner. Didn't need it that time. Jacob was able to kick out. Surprisingly enough, after taking 2 huge moves from the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams.
It's going to take a lot to take him down.
Chin breaker now by Jacob. He's a pick up the advantage. Just took a huge shoulder to the gut by the Hawaiian Lion. Looks like he might have even cut him a little bit with that chin breaker. It might be that spiky hair that he has, JT.
Oh, yeah, but they both have spiky hair.
That's true. Big twisting body slam now by the Hawaiian Lion, working over that back. Going for the cover. Only gets 2. Did not hook the leg.
Just out of the brink of 3.
That's right. Still got out before 3. Break of the eyes there. This very same thing that Jacob was complaining about earlier in this match. Tags in Marty Murphy, who takes a huge arm drag from Lion now as he continues to work over that arm. Strength being one of the biggest parts of Marty Murphy's game. Very smart move by the Hawaiian Lion to work over a body part and try to negate that weapon.
And I have to say, good cohesive tags right here. In and out right here. That's the key to victory, especially in tag team wrestling.
Very impressive tag team wrestling by 2 men who don't normally team up here in IZW, in Jay Garland and John Williams. Of course, remember, as we said earlier, these two men went one-on-one just a week ago for the rights to be the #1 contender to that coveted unified championship. Now forced to be partners, of course, of their own accord, so we really shouldn't say forced. Another big arm drag now, and Jay working over that arm. See, putting that knee right into the temple of Marty Murphy.
I think Marty's got some freaking flyer miles. How many times he's been up in the air in this match?
Taken over by both men, of course. Justin Fremar right in the center of the action, seeing if Marty wants to give it up. I seriously doubt we're going to see Marty Murphy give it up at this stage in the match, as he is a double tough athlete, as tough as they come in Impact Zone Wrestling.
Like Amber said one time, he's too legit to quit.
He is, and I don't think he's going to be quitting in this match, JT. At least not at this early stage now. Northern Light suplex by Jay Garland. Only gets 2. That was very close, JT. Even though you're only covering the man's midsection, that is a hard move to kick out of after you've taken that kind of impact while going with your head going underneath the rest of your body, your legs over your head. Very difficult to kick out of a Northern Light suplex. Very impressive by the Irish Handler.
Oh, come on here. Referee needs
Looks
to
like we're going to get a double team suplex by Lion and the feature presentation. Taking a page out of the book of the 602 Wrecking Crew.
Come on, one man in, one man out. Come on.
Drops the elbow across the chest. 2. Nope, he does not have him. Only a 2 count.
No, sir, only 2.
Still a little gas left in the tank for the Irish hand grenade, Marty Murphy. As the Hawaiian Line continues to work him over. Big right hand right to the jawbone. Not feeling good there for Marty Murphy. I would never want to take one of those shots from the Hawaiian Line. I don't know if you've ever taken those working out in the ring with some of these wrestlers, JT.
They can pound a punch, I'll tell you that.
Sure can. Ducking on the clothesline. Tripped up by Jacob the Riot Herzberg. He did hit him with a knee earlier. Drops a leg across the back of the head. Marty either needs to follow up. Jacob needs to be on the apron there so his partner can tag out instead of talking to the fans, showing everybody how smart he is.
I think he's just a little distracted there. The fans can be a little too much here.
Very proud of himself. Does tag into the match now. We'll see what he can do. Big European uppercut against the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Of course, if you watch the opening to IZW Impulse, we end with a tremendous uppercut given to Jacob the Riot Herzberg by the Hawaiian Lion. Trying to distract the referee, Justin Freemeyer. Not going to pull one over on our senior official here tonight, JT. And now tagging in, once again, is the Irish hand grenade, Marty Murphy. Big right hand to the gut of the Hawaiian Lion. Just nailing him with those shots in the kidney. Now still hurting his arm. Look at what Jacob's doing in the back. Jay Garland in the ring to break it up. Of course you think it's smart, JT.
Tag team wrestling right
yeah,
there.
you complain when Hawaiian Lion and Jay Garland do it, and you love it when the 602 Wrecking Crew do it, JT. Call it down the middle, JT.
Have you ever been in the ring before, DeMarco?
I've never been in the ring, but I know what I see. I'm going to call a spade, JT. I'm going to call a spade as he hits him with the big backbreaker there. And now big forearm shot right to the chest by Jacob the Riot Herzberg. Hooks the leg. Only gets 2 on the Hawaiian Lion. But if you look at the face of the Hawaiian Lion, that move definitely shook free some of the cobwebs in his head. Hawaiian Lion right for the pickings right now. These two men need to stay on the attack, and they could pull off the big victory against 2 of the hottest stars in IZW.
And they can. They're very capable of it. They've won the tag team titles fresh off being a tag team for only, 2 months?
That's
2
right.
or 3 months?
That's right. I'm sure you're going to say they won those titles fair and square, JT.
Oh, yeah.
No, not thanks to any interference by Triple X Lawrence Tyler, dressed up as Doink the Clown. Now your favorite tag team's arguing, JT, and they're bumping into each other. What's going on here?
We were all cool earlier.
What is Triple X Lawrence Tyler teaching these guys? JT, now they're pushing it. This is one of the best tag teams that we've had in Arizona in a long time. And they're already pushing and shoving. This is where ego comes into play. These 2 men do have big egos. Now just plants him in the face. And now John Williams is being the peacemaker between his opponents. I don't know if he's playing mind games or if he just wants to see these 2 youngsters who have tremendous potential, as Hawaiian Lion obviously knows. And instead of another shaking hands, maybe we can get back down to business here. Now what was he? What was he telling him to hug, JT O'Sullivan?
I don't know about that.
And now they're hugging the force. Now we got Jay Garland. I think they just pulled the wool over their eyes, JT. Jay Garland double drop kicks there. I think they just worked them both over and knew exactly what was going on. The ring veteran Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, just took advantage of the 2 young rookies on that one. Big European uppercut.
You like that, don't you? You like that, DeMarco.
I did get a kick out of that one.
You like that, don't
JT O'Sullivan, Hawaiian Lion outsmarting the 2 young rookies here in the middle of the ring.
You should be ashamed of yourself, DeMarco.
Double elbows to the chest, JT. I do go to bed at night being ashamed of myself, but it has nothing to do.
How do you sleep at night, huh?
I sleep very well. I have a firm mattress and a beautiful wife who lays beside me in the bed. But that's neither here nor there. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the action at hand. 2 count that Jacob the Right Herzberg was able to kick out of. Big chop to the chest, and you can just see the man's body, the toll that it's taken. Redness all over the place. Of course, Jacob, not the tannest wrestler on the IZW roster. Taking it from both men here, the Hawaiian Lion and Jay Garland now trying to retreat to that corner, but I don't think Jay's going to give him much of a retreat on this one.
Retreat for Jacob right there.
Jacob not giving up, though. Knee to the gut, now some shots to the head. Jay responding with a shot of his own. Looks like he hurt his hand on the head of Justin Freemeyer's the referee of Jacob Herzberg. Tagging in the Hawaiian Lion.
Tagging here. Good here. They're cutting the ring in half, keeping Jacob in the corner right there. They do not want the Marty in there because if the Marty comes in there, it's big trouble.
They want to keep Marty Murphy out of the ring. Butterfly suplex. Look at the toll it's taken on Jacob Herzberg, just trying to climb up his own opponent there. Really setting him up, and now he's got him. Sent him for the belly-to-belly. Over the shoulder belly-to-belly suplex. Jacob is out, JT. This could be the end of the match. Lion should have covered him there, but he tags in the feature presentation. Could be setting him up for the special feature here, JT.
Tweety birds right there.
He sure is. We got double team Irish whip across the ropes. Looks like big double chop to the chest of Jacob the Riot Herzberg. Just taking a beating.
Come on, kick out, come on,
at the hands of his opponents. 2 count only. Is able to kick out. I think he kicked out on instinct there. JT, when you train as much as these guys train, you hear that hand slap the mat twice, you know to kick out, even if you're out on your feet, out on your back, and now it looks like he's set up for a big suplex. Takes him over, not able to connect. Now Jay Garland has him set up. It's going to be the special feature, JT. Looks like Marty Murphy grabbing the foot there. Saves his partner and now makes a big tag in. Smart move by the Irish champion Marty Murphy. Giant forearm across the head of Jay Garland. He's got him big up. Shades of the British Bulldog here with the running tower slam. Marty definitely getting fired up in this one, JT.
He's fired up.
Definitely a force to be reckoned with at this stage of his young career. Hawaiian Lion breaks up the 2 count. Now getting back outside the ring. Nearly had him on that one, JT.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I think the referee slipped right now.
You think so?
I think it was 3.
You think it was 3?
It was 3.
Doesn't surprise me one bit. Now he's working over the neck and the trapezius muscles of Jay Garland now, just tweaking that neck, restricting the airflow as well as pulling on those muscles. Just big forearms to the back of the head. Very effective, very simple to do. Trying to take the wind out of Jay Garland as the fans get behind one of the biggest favorites on the IZW roster.
I think he said he quit.
You think he said he quit there, JT?
I think he said he quit.
Well, Justin Freemeyer didn't ring the bell. We know that man calls it down the middle. Big knee to the gut there by the Irish hand grenade. Tagging in a more fresh Jacob Herzberg. Was able to recover from the beating he took earlier now, just stomping the man, pounding him in the face. As the count administered by Justin Freemeyer, Hawaiian Lion, trying to make his presence known until the referee is not too pleased with what's going on in the center of the ring. Jacob just nailed Hawaiian Lion, knocked him off the ring apron, down here beside us at the broadcast position at the sets in Tempe, Arizona. Of course, you can't see us on camera. I don't think the fans want to see us on camera. JT is the Hawaiian Lion. Now, out on his feet outside of the ring. Needs to get in and try to save his partner. Marty Murphy going for the cover. 2 count only. Kicks out. We're seeing some great double team wrestling here by the 602 Wrecking Crew, showing just why they were able to capture those tag team championships after such a short tenure together.
They are a force to be reckoned with.
Now reverse chin lock here as Marty Murphy puts that knee right in the small of the back, right in between the shoulder blades of Jay Garland. He's trying to wear the man down. Jay's taking a big beating in this match. All 4 men have actually taken a tremendous beating in this one. They're going to feel this match by the time the next episode of IZW Impulse rolls around.
I think before that, when they wake up the next one.
Yeah, they'll still be feeling it when the next episode's on, but I'm sure tomorrow morning all 4 of these guys are going to be in a lot of pain. Misses the clothesline. Back leg kick now by Jay Garland. Sets him up for a huge over-the-shoulder blockbuster. Jay's got to capitalize on that.
I think any match with the 602 Wrecking Crew, you feel it for a couple weeks.
Oh yeah, you definitely feel it for a few weeks after wrestling those two. They know what they're doing. They spend a lot of time training together, and that's why they're such an effective tag team. And of course, former champions losing those titles to Native Blood on January 5th at the Broadway Rec Center, just trying to work their way in and get another shot and try to regain those tag team titles. Of course, JT O'Sullivan will predict that they would win those titles back, being that he is so fond of the 602 Wrecking Crew.
And now they are doing what John Williams and Jay Garland, they're cutting the ring in half and keeping Jay on their side of the ring. Very smart tag team wrestling right there. Kudos to the 602 Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, being held at bay in the enemy corner now, not allowed to be put close to his partner. Jacob, just a tremendous amount of force. Nailed him with that diving clothesline in the corner. He hit the other turnbuckle so hard he almost knocked himself out. JT, this man definitely has a lot of energy when he gets going. He may be small in stature, but he's going to hit you very hard.
He's got the intensity factor.
Going up top on Jay Garland here. Jay trying to fight back. Precarious position for both men now. Jay throwing him off. Let's see what Jay can follow up with here. Is Jacob smartly rolling towards the center of the ring. Marty eats a big missile dropkick off the second turnbuckle. Well, Jacob may have actually put his tag team partner in a bad position there by rolling out of the way, allowing Jay Garland to hit that dropkick. Jay needs to make the tag here as he's found himself close to his corner. Marty, though, going for the cover. Not the legal man, JT. Not the legal man, but trying to take advantage of the opportunity. 602 Wrecking Crew been in the ring for a while. Jacob Herzberg looks like he's out cold in the corner, rolling around. And now we've got Marty Murphy in the corner. Big forearm. And now Jacob's coming back. Takes a big boot. Set to the opposite corner by the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams. Huge right hands. Trying to block him. Pulls him into that turnbuckle. Again, solid steel behind that padding. And now we've got both tag team partners across the ring from each other. Whipping them in. Little do-si-do in the center of the ring and stereo clotheslines for the 602 Wrecking Crew.
They got the short end of the stick there.
They sure did. Backfired on him, but the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, pulled out of the ring now, still fighting with Jacob the Riot Herzberg. Referee Justin Freemar's lost all control. Going for that power slam. He's got him up for the special feature once again. Nails the special feature, JT, right in the center of the ring. Where's the referee? He's got to get him. He's got to get that count on, JT.
You know what, though? He's not the legal man.
He's not the legal man. Justin Freemeyer doing his job. And now big boot to Jay Garland there by Jacob the Riot Herzberg.
Capitalizing with Hawaiian Lion outside the ring right here. Look at this.
Got him up on his shoulders. What do we got here? Looks like TK602. JTO's on the ring, center of the ring. Jacob the legal man goes for the pin, gets the 3 count. Big win for the 602 Wrecking Crew here on IZW Impulse, pulling off the victory over the Hawaiian Lion, John Williams, and Jay Garland. Let's look at the replay here. So we've got the TK602 by the 602 Wrecking Crew taking out Jay Garland. Tremendous amount of impact. Your winners, the 602 Wrecking Crew. We'll see you next time on IZW Impulse.